Hello there, Mark. This is Cristiano Sorio down here in Santiago, Chile, doing a contest entry, a video to a contest. Sorry it took me so long. I just saw a couple of videos of other cool guys, like I think Mr. Finglish did a video a couple of days ago, and you ask you have two possible ways to enter your content. One doing some showing some sports card that I don't have, I don't own here, and the next is showing some cool guitar players that I would think should be known by everybody. So I'm going to go with that one because I like music. So here it goes. You ask five. I have 10 records here. First of all, I'm going to go with some Latin flavor. Mexico's most important rock musician, in my opinion, it's Carlos Santana. This is his Abraxas album. This is this is a Chilean present from 1970. Yep. Of course, we have big hits in Oye Como Va. That song is from Tito Puente. A Latin artist, Samba Patillo, that's also from origin from Carlos Santana. Really good one. Next, a very underrated guitar player. They are from Germany. One of the Teutonic rock bands, heavy bands from there. It's Accept. Of course, the mighty Wolf Hoffmann, the only original member remaining in the band. Here, I think in this album, he's playing with Georg Fischer. But I want to mention, I don't think he's playing this album. It's Herman Frank. He's an awesome guitar player. Also, he has a side project as a solo artist, and now he's having another record with his band Victory, and also a cool one. And I think he's doing now an album with Dave Reese. Yes, the U.S. singer, the American singer, who replaced Udo in one album, Eat the Heat. So that will be interesting to see how it works. Herman Frank and Dave Reese, but also you all know Wolf Hoffmann from Accept. Next, one of my favorite bands from the early 80s. Yes, this one is from 1983. This is the band that this was supposed to be a super group, but having a partner in crime not being very reliable as Speedway, frustrated, passed away from being not big as they were supposed to be. Of course, the late Fast Eddie Clarke. We knew him before from. I knew Fast Eddie here, and later I knew he was in Motorhead, of course, with the big and eternal Lemmy. Unfortunately, we have lost all the three original members from Motorhead: Lemmy, Filthy Animal Taylor, and Fast Eddie Clarke. So there it is. The three passed away. 4. One of my favorite and very underrated band, because this guy has a unique tone in his guitar. You'll know when he's playing because of the tone of the sound of his guitar, of his guitar. He's not a shredder. He's not going to play 100 scales in 1 second like Yngwie Malmsteen or all those weird guys play thousands of notes. It's without further ado, it's of course Brian May, the Dr. Brian May, awesome guitar player. We all know when he's playing here with Queen and in his solo work, he has that unique style of playing. It's very simple, but it's very intricate, complicated, and very tasteful. So here it is, Brian May. Next, we have a couple of very underrated guys. Yes. Going to go with DAD, or Disneyland After Dark. Here's the guitar player. It's one of the Binzer brothers. This is Jacob Binzer. He's an awesome guitar player, very kind of cowpunk here we have in this album, and he's very tasteful in his in the way he approaches the solos in the songs. They are not solos that take over the whole song, and you're kind of thinking, what was the song all about? He has a very unique, a very simple way of playing, but it's really, really good. Please, you have the chance, check out DAD. This is, of course, No Fuel Left for the Pilgrims. This is the album they put out for Warner Bros. The first international album they had. I think two previous albums on a small Danish label, Medley. I think it's the name. Yeah, Medley Records. If you can see it. Sorry about the glare. Medley. This is an awesome album, of course. They are still putting some quality music in these days. So DAD, and they're just one of the Binzer brothers, Jacob Binzer. Next, yes, let's go with this, guys. Tesla and the two original guitar players they had on this album, Frank Hannon, there it is, and Tommy Skilk, there it is. Two very heavy guitar players. They put you can really tell they really have quite an enjoyment for 70s classic rock, especially mostly with of Michael Schenker. You can see the influences all over the place. They also, when they play live, they like to play no Doctor. I can't remember right now the name of the song, but they are a really good. They were a really good tandem of guitar players. Of course, Thomas Keogh was kicked out of the band many years ago because of his drug and alcohol use, and for many stories they had, I think he was kind of a bully with the other members of the band, so that's why he was kicked out of the band. But on this album, and the previous one, Mechanical Resonance, this one, the Great Radio, and the follow-up, Psychotic Sabre, you can really appreciate. Sorry about that. How good those two were together. Frank Hannon and Tommy Skio from Tesla. Next, a very underrated guitar player, mostly because the owner of this band, the leader of this band, is such a big iconic figure in the 80s glam hair rock scene in the US, and it's of course this is the original artwork. This is Bon Jovi, and of course I'm talking about Richie Sambora. He's a very young Richie Sambora. I think he's a very, very good guitar player, and he has a very good voice also. He has a very tasteful, very bluesy voice, and he shines when he does the backing vocals on Wanted or like that's sorry. That's my favorite song from the early Bon Jovi. I think he's a very underrated guitar player, and he should get more recognition for his work with the band. I think he's really missed now in Bon Jovi doing whatever type of music that band is putting out in this day. But another one I want to show is, of course, our friend Richie Sambora. Last three from the 80s. One of my favorite bands from Los Angeles, hard rock, glam, you name it, hair metal. I hate that term. It's Rat and the two original guitar players, of course, Warren DeMartini and Robin King Crosby. Great album, great guitar of both. I think those are the guitar players of Rat. No Warrant, no Rat. Unfortunately, we don't know in these days what's going on with Rat. Of course, we lost Robin Crosby many years ago due to some issues with AIDS. Unfortunately, that broke up the band forever. I think it's kind of difficult that they will be together again. That we don't know what's Warren DeMartini doing in these days. Stephen Pearcy had some, at least Warren, Stephen Pearcy, I think he made some ends with Bobby Blutzer, and now the band it's also with Juan Cruzier. So maybe three, but no Warrant, no Rat. So I want to show these two guys in this. I think unknown guitar heroes. Both played really, really well in the 80s. Yeah, there it is. Rat. Next, of course, Halloween, and of course, Kay Hansen and Michael Bykath. There they are, Michael K. Hansen with that fun hair, puffy hair, and Michael Bykath. There it is. The forefathers of power metal, yes, I think they created that type of that, or at least they helped solidify that type of music that's very popular in Europe these days. Two very good guitar players, I think they complement very well together. I think, of course, when Kai Hansen left the band's struggled for a couple of years trying to find suitable replacement for Kai Hansen. It's argue to discussion if they managed to do it, but I think the biggest thing was Kai Hansen forming Gamma Ray, and a couple of years ago returning to his band with another huge and important guy, Michael Kiske, on lead vocals. So another two guitar players that not often shown here in the BCS, very important guitar players, Kai Hansen and Michael Bykath. And finally, of course, I'm going to show my favorite band and two very underrated guitar players. I think these two guys are my favorite twin guitar players. Of course, I'm going to show Maiden, and of course, I'm talking about the photo, the drawing, the picture of both. Of course, Adrian Smith and Dave Murray. And here it is. I think my favorite song from Maiden. I think my favorite solo of Adrian Smith. It's Wasted Years. Every time I listen to that song, I think it's where did he take that? Where did he got that inspiration to do that? So I think it's very simple but very tasteful. Adrian Smith to me is one of my favorite guitar players because he's not flashy, he's not doing weird stuff, he's not playing a thousand notes per minute, he's not doing anything flashy or fancy or having cheesy movement on a stage. And Dave Murray, it's also his silent partner and another guy you can rely on. He's going to be always playing the exact note that the song needs. So of course I'm going to have to show Maiden being my favorite band and showing these two awesome musicians, Dave Murray and Adrian Smith. So Mark, congratulations on this contest. Hope you like my entries. Of course, some of those are very well known, and some maybe not that much. Hope you like it. That's all. I think 30 minutes it's more than enough. This is Christian down here in Santiago, Chile. Hope to see you again. See ya.